What's going on, everyone? Nick Daniels here, coming at you live, man. And today we're continuing on from the last video, the meetup fail where I got ghosted. And we're just walking along, man, walking up this random street. We're gonna just do some ranting, some talking, and then we're gonna make our way back home. So yeah, man. So today I kind of want to talk about something a little bit different again, but slightly on the same level, but some online dating. Specifically one app in particular. Hold on, we got people. We got people, son. I don't know why that guy just stared me fucking down, so I just stared back at him. That was pretty entertaining. Just an old fucker. Just like literally the whole time he drove by, he was just like, it's like, alright, we can do that too, bud. Anyway, yeah, so back on topic, man. So yeah, talk about Hinge today. But there's something really funny on Hinge that I tried making a video about, but the microphone was all over the place and you couldn't hear it. So here's just an example. So, like not that long, well, a couple weeks ago. Like 2 weeks ago, I hit up this girl on Hinge, okay? And I came up with something witty, right? You normally have to, right? You kind of have to, quote unquote, stand out of the crowd a little bit there. So I just shot her some fucking bullshit. I don't know, whatever the fuck it was, honestly. I don't even remember. That was just something like, oh, I noticed this in your profile. Right, whatever. As long as I'm getting laid, I guess that's what matters, right? Oh, that's Mark. So, yeah, man. So I hit her up with something. I was like, it's a pretty solid line, honestly. I actually felt pretty fucking proud of that. And pretty good with that. I was like, okay, now it's the waiting game. So, sure enough, I get a fucking notification. And I was like, nice. I'm in deep. And but see, the thing about Hinge that it does it very interestingly, that the notification will just be like, oh, someone sent you a message or something like that. Like, it doesn't specifically just tell you like, okay, they just told you to go fuck yourself. So like so that I was like, all right, I wasn't apprehensive. I was actually pretty stoked, to be quite honest, because of course I'm all about that. I'm like, hey man, I got a fucking message here, like this is gonna be awesome. I can hit her up. And I go in for the kill, man. I go check it out. I was like, all right, let's go to Hinge. Let's check out my messages. And sure enough, man, I got fucking raped. So, like, pretty much literally at this point, too. I get a fucking message that says she's invited you to start the conversation. Something like that. I was like, people just fucking watching me like a hawk here. I don't know what the I got two people that are on bikes that are just sitting there staring at me. I wish I could show you, because like it's just super awkward, because I don't know what to do. They're just over there watching. Like, they just see me walking with the camera and they just haven't taken their eyes off me yet. I'm gonna see one more time. No, oh fuck. One of them looked away. Alright, that's cool. Yeah, man, so like I was like, okay, well, she's invited me to start the conversation. It's like the blandest fucking thing ever. Because all it means is that now I have to fucking do it again. I have to come up with another message. Because what happens is, like, when I message her, it'll come up on the app. It'll be like, hey, like, someone's liked you, right? Someone is sent, like, and it'll show the message, like someone sent a message. And you have like you can select like to match and then not say anything, and that's what that comes up as. It's not like a default thing. Like, she didn't pick that, be like, hey, send this to him. It's like literally like, okay, like you picked nothing, so it's just gonna say, hey, she's invited you to start a chat, right? Something like that. And that's not what I wanted. I wanted a fucking answer. Like, I asked her a question. I was like, oh, hey, like, I don't know, I fucking saw you in the soccer, like, whatever, right? Or something like that. Like, that's just a random example. Yeah, so I sent her something like that, like just a question, and like I got that back. So like the first thing in my mind is like, okay, well now I have to try again. Like, I have to send her another message because she's not gonna make contact, right? So I waited a bit. Actually, I did wait, like, I forget, it wasn't that long, like, I don't know, like an hour or two after that came through. But I think like while you were there and you hit like, you would have just said something. So it was like, okay, like I'd give her a few minutes. Is what I was originally thinking. After like, again, the bit of time goes by, like an hour or two, I was like, okay, like she's clearly not going to do anything. I hit her up the second time and I just said something again, but I made like a joke of it. I was like, oh, hey, like I'd come up with a second interesting message, but I'm not that clever, or something like that. I don't know, whatever the fuck it was. Nothing, no response. Okay. So I'm going to tell you right now what the fucking rant's all about, if you haven't figured it out, man. It's like, if someone messages you, instead of just like I know on Tinder, you can like someone's message. Okay. They're still there. You can just like someone's message. So, like, it just, in my opinion, it just fucking instantly. Because I don't really know, I don't really know where to go from there, right? Like, it's just too awkward. It's just like, okay, like, in my opinion, I've already tried once. I'm not just gonna keep attempting to message you over and over again and, like, just wait for you to actually give it, like, a legitimate, like, reply, right? And I just don't like that Tinder, or sorry, not Tinder. I think I shit on Tinder too much, honestly. But, like, I don't like how Hinge does that, because it just comes up with that message and it's just like, oh, they've invited you to start a chat. Well, I've already started the chat. Like, the chat's there. Like, if you go into the messages of that specific conversation, right, you know what it comes up as, which is pretty funny? It comes up with my message, right? My message is first, and then it's like, has invited you to start the chat. My message is already fucking there. I've already started the chat. It's that she was too lazy to reply to the chat, so she just took a like and then was like, oh, okay, you know, you can come up with something else. It's like, really? And, like, I'm sure that happens on both sides of the equation. But, man, like, I'm telling you, it's like, it's the fucking, it's so stupid. I don't know why they've got that system in there. Like, why do that? Like, I mean, it's almost as worse as matching with people on Tinder and then they just unmatch you, like, 2 minutes later. But, like, you know, that's another story for another day. But I don't know. So let me know what you guys think. And girls, I don't know if you've encountered that. I think it's really fucking dumb. I think it just completely, like, it just nullifies the whole process. But that's just me. So, yeah, thanks for watching, guys. That's another rant done. And we're going to see you in another one.